Today's English word is eulogy. Eulogy. Now, as you listen to the story, see if you can guess the meaning of the word eulogy. It was 5 p.m. in the evening as Brandon was making his way down the hospital hallway. He opened the door to his best friend Scott's room, and immediately tears started to stream down his face. You see, 1 year prior to this day, Scott had been told that he had cancer. Everyone thought that Scott would make it, but the chemo hadn't worked. Brandon knew that this was the last time he was going to see his best friend. So as he shut the door behind him and the tears continued streaming down his face, he heard a soft voice. Brandon. It was Scott calling him to come closer to his bed. And as Brandon walked closer to Scott's bed, Scott said, Brandon, don't cry. I love you, my friend. Brandon said, I love you too. You see, Brandon and Scott had been best friends for more than 40 years. And Scott said, Brandon, I need you to do one more thing for me. Brandon said, whatever it is, I'll do it for you, Scott. Scott said, Brandon, you know me better than anyone. I want you to give my eulogy at my funeral. You know me better than anyone. You can tell everyone about my life. I need you to give my eulogy. As Brandon listened to Scott's request, tears continued to stream down his face. But he grabbed his friend's hand and he said, Scott, I'll do it. I'll give your eulogy. Scott said, thank you. And with that, he gave up his last breath. Now, this is a sad story, but do you know the meaning of the word eulogy? Eulogy just means a speech, a piece of writing, a poem, etc., containing great praise, especially for someone who recently died. That's why in the story, Scott asked Brandon to give his eulogy. Again, a speech, a piece of writing, a poem, or something else containing great praise, especially for someone who recently died. Now, let me explain how to pronounce this word properly. This word, again, is not a long word, but in this word, you see the letter L. And I want to remind you of the proper pronunciation for the L. Again, in order for you to make this sound properly, you need to make sure that the tip of your tongue touches the roof of your mouth. So after me, L. Excellent. Again, L. Great job. So now the entire word, say it after me, eulogy. Excellent. Last time, eulogy. Great job. So now you know how to pronounce the word. You understand the meaning of the word. And here's an example sentence. His former friend delivered the eulogy at his funeral. Once again, his former friend delivered the eulogy at his funeral. Makes sense, right? Now, I want you to try to use this word at least one time today, and I'll talk to you in the next lesson.